car fans, welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Revell, and this week's featured build here is a 1957 Corvette. And for 57, Corvette had a few changes, but not much, considering it was the second year of its updated body on the C1 Corvette. 56, they went to this body style, and other than changing, really didn't change anything body-wise, but the option list did expand, and it was mostly all in the drivetrains. A 56 and a 57 virtually are identical, other than when it got the fuel injection engine. These badges would appear on a 57, which you wouldn't see on a 56. So that's one way to make it stand out. But of the 6,339 57 Corvettes that were made, only about 1,000 of them got the fuel injection engine. But all 57 Corvettes got the 283 cubic inch engine, where the 56s have 265 cubic inch engines, and the single four barrel or dual quad 4 barrel and 56 with two different horsepower ratings, but the top dog being 265 or 270 horsepower for 56. Another thing 57's got was the 4-speed manual was available, but pretty rare. I believe there was 3 on the 3-speed was available in 56. But other than some of the updates on the body, which they gave you, the hard top was available for 56 and 57. Windows you can actually roll up, and door handles and door locks you can actually lock the car, where the 53 through 55s you couldn't do that. Some of those creature comforts. Pretty simple stuff, but it's just kind of interesting to think that those weren't available. And one of the other things that makes me kind of laugh, no sun visors. That didn't become a Corvette option until 1960. So while the 60 was available, some people have taken those and added them to the earlier Corvettes before that. So you might see one of these with sun visors on it, but it wasn't a factory option from Chevrolet. The hardtop was such a high demand thing that the 53 through 55s, there was an aftermarket one that came out, but Chevrolet did not offer it. So 56, Chevrolet did make their own hardtop available on the Corvettes. So also the fuel injection engine right here on the trunk. But other than that, it was quite a performer, and it was moving, and being the fuel injection engine was the big news for 57. I had to do that with this one, but this kit, it's built right out of the box. This is the Monogram, Revell Monogram 57 Corvette. And I did show you the 56 that I built. It's turquoise. You could search that video, or I'll put a link in the video description below on it. And it was pretty easy to do, just sanding off that stuff on the body, but replacing the fuel injection with a dual quad setup from the 58 Corvette model kit. And then I put the automatic transmission in that 56, where this one, it has the manual tranny. But this one, like I said, it's built right out of the box. And here's the engine there. There's the fuel injection engine. And then the fuel injections were a little bit different on the early ones. 57 through 59 have this rib top panel. 60 and later ones have a different manifold, a little bit different things. And then the way the air cleaner is all attached are different. But this one being 57 is its first year. And it's funny because I had to, look into some of the things, because I was thinking about fuel injections recently, which is what brings this particular car up. Is, Chevrolet, they came out with the fuel injection in 57, and they weren't the first. It was the first for an American manufacturer, but Mercedes on the 300 SL Gullwing was the first one to come out with the mechanical fuel injection. So, but for Corvette, it was a big thing. But I was recently thinking about, well, didn't the fuel injection, I know it was available on the 57 Chevrolets, built one of those, but then it became, was it just a Corvette option? Because I know the later years it was strictly a Corvette option. Well, I had to look into that. Apparently fuel injection in a regular 58 Chevy and a 59 was available, but extremely rare. They just didn't make them. It was an expensive option, which was part of the problem. So you can get a 58 or 59 Impala with the fuel injection 283 engine, but they're super rare. And the reason they're super rare is the 348 tri-power was half the price, more powerful, and created more torque in that car. So there weren't too many that actually sprang the extra money to go with the mechanical fuel injection that people had a lot of trouble with keeping in tune or not knowing what to do, and a lot of mechanics not knowing how to work on them and basically messing them up. So a lot of fuel injections came off of the cars. And then after 65, so mid-year 65, when the 396 became available in the Corvette, that killed the fuel injection option small block as well. That was the final nail. And then the fuel injection really didn't appear until 1982, which I was reading about that one recently as the first electronic fuel injection, getting into that. But 82, another thing that's interesting about that car is they were developing that engine and tranny for the brand new body style Corvette that was pushing for 83, but they were having a lot of problems. They were building the plant, so Bowling Green, Kentucky was opening, I guess, for 81, and they decided for they were going to keep the body going, but for 82, they were going to pump out the new drivetrain. So the 700R4 and the fuel injected engine became available in 82, and it was a standard drivetrain for 82. No 4-speed manual in the Corvette, and it was just that year, 82. Other than manuals not being available in 53 and 54, but a manual was available after 55s and all the way through. Not necessarily 4-speed, but manual trannies were available in Corvettes except 82. All 82 Corvettes have that 4-speed automatic tranny, where 81 Corvettes have the Turbo 350 with a lockup converter. But anyway, now I'm kind of veering away from 57. But yeah, and that fuel injection engine brought the horsepower to 200 horsepower in 82. And then in 84, it was 205 horsepower. But we laugh at that Crossfire fuel injection engine in 82 and 84. But it was pretty advanced for its time period, and it was the electronics basically was a nail in the coffin for that one. Just wasn't there. And it's weird to have two throttle bodies with one injector. But anyway, now I'm veering too far off. But I had to do this one in Aztec Copper. This is Scale Finishes paint, but Aztec Copper with the cream coats and cream interior. And I just love the way this color looks on this. And then, building up the engine, and that everything in this is right from how Revell Monogram issued it. I didn't do anything to it other than clean up some of the body work and mold lines and everything, and which it's kind of plagued with, but not too bad. And I just like these, but I mean, it's, other than the 2 years of going custom or whatnot. So I built the two, did the 56 and the 57, and I don't have a soft top for it. Kind of wish I do, because I kind of like having the dual tops, but it has the hard top, and it just looks really, really good. And I just had to share this one with you and just get into the fueling engine, which, even for its time period, just a marvel, and the first time that it was actually making more horsepower per cubic inch, or matching it, I should say, 1 horsepower per cubic inch, which it seemed unattainable just a few years before that. But it was one of the things that actually did it. So, to do that, I do plan to build a 57 convertible with the fuel injection engine, because Revell has all the parts to do it, but not in one kit. So, the convertible comes with a hyper pack, and then the 150 model coupe comes with the fuel injection, the Black Widow kit. So I'll throw those box arts up as well. So I want to continue my fuel injection with that, but whether or not I'll actually make a 58 or a 59 with the fuel injection in it, I kind of doubt it. I like the fact that it's got the 348 in it and a W head motor. Those things are pretty cool, and there's kits of those, so that makes it really easy to add to my collection there. But I had to share this one with you, and it just looks great in there, along with the 58 and 59 and 60 I've done. So I got a bunch of the Corvettes, these early Corvettes, done. I still have to do the 54 for whatever reason. I haven't built that. And then next one is a 61 and 62 as far as the model year lineup gaps for me. But anyway, I'd like to see your comments and info on this and what you think of it. So, pretty easy kit to build, pretty simple kit to build, but display is really nice and goes together really nice. I know some of them have some warp issues too, because I've had another one that's that way, and a broken windshield. So I've got a full-on parts kit with one broken windshield, but that's what I had to do to get another windshield on one of these. But anyway, that's kind of enough rambling on that. So thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments. I really do appreciate it. And you guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next Saturday.